Okay, please.
If Nanonoko is somehow in Reno, you'll never see me again. I'll be that mad.
How funny would it be if he was... Jack your time, just in case.
King Jack versus King Jack here. It's a raise in the cutoff from Jesse, who just saw himself 3-bet and had to fold the Queen 4. This one could get pretty interesting because Michael Trivet with 1,000,000 chips is going to call the King Jack suited. And Patrick in the big blind with Ace-3 of hearts is coming along as well. We have a lot of chips behind the betting line at the moment. Check, check so far. Action back on the pre-flop aggressor. Jesse, Reindeer, Duckman, Penguin, Chip, LED cap, caps.
Interesting spot. I wonder how wide he intends to bet this flop. Is his betting hand's going to look like a 10 plus? Because if so, there's every chance that he might be meant to size up slightly.
And interestingly, both players have hands that are pretty nice to float. Michael with the 2 overs and the backdoor diamonds, the backdoor straight draw, and Patrick with the backdoor flush draw, ace high, and the gut shot to the straight. So we actually see them both make the call here, and it is Michael whose backdoor picks up the most energy. He finds the 10 of diamonds. I think Jesse, for the most part, once he gets 2 calls on a repeat 10, he's going to have to shut down. It's very, very risky for him to fire again into 2 opponents when the top card pairs. So we do see a check-check. Patrick still with the best hand, and now a double paired board and ace high. He may feel like he can just show down. Michael's in a bit of an awkward spot once he gets overcalled. He can't really bluff here, because Patrick can very easily still have a 10, still have a 5. Very difficult for him to want to, or, be able to bluff king high.
Looks like he's going to find it, though.
And yet, reaching for chips.
Bet. 90,000.
And he gets Patrick to fold the best hand. I don't think there's a lot he can do with the ace high. Jesse's thinking about a hero.
Need to get that man a cape.
This would be a hero of all heroes.
This would be a hero call.
Oh.
So Jesse has to put his opponent on a hand that called the flop, now wants to bluff like 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited for appeal. Queen Jack suited is a reasonable candidate.
Oh, that's such a good bet.
What's he afraid of?
I feel like
Obviously 10x, 9-10 through ace-10 suited. Maybe some pocket pairs, 7s, 8s, 9s, maybe go for a thin value bet.
Yeah, maybe not for that size,
I should have
though.
folded against it.
He folds the king high in the main over the next 9 days.
Take a walk.
And John is going to pick up the jacks in the small blind. Jesse, of course, waiting in the big.
Raise.
Going to make it 30K.
30,000.
Yeah, we have seen him go a little bit smaller from the small blind, blind v blind. Previously, I think he made it just bigger than the minimum. This time he goes about 2.5. And Jesse will be going nowhere with king 3 of spades. Perfectly robust, playable hand. He has position.
Is it?
Like John, right? Yeah.
Flops a pair.
Not the worst flop in the world from.
No, got to remember, obviously we can see that John has jacks, but blind v blind, ranges are going to be very wide. Lots of loose opens, plenty of misses for John.
24,000.
Jesse bets his 3.
Interesting that he starts betting. I wonder if he's possibly planning to run a bluff over multiple streets here, if he just wants protection from some king, queen highs.
I think at this point it's one of those where you're betting for protection. You're betting with the hope that your opponent just folds and, you protect your hand a little bit. Looks like he is fairly content to just try and get to a showdown. John's going to pick up a very nutted hand at the river.
For me?
The 3 jacks. But at this point, given the check on the turn, it's fairly unlikely Jesse has an ace.
That wasn't mine.
It's kind of difficult to get paid. He's going to go 75,000.
That's the line I'm sticking with.
But likewise, in Jesse's mind, he must be thinking, okay, well, John didn't bet the flop. Maybe he's always going to bet if he has an ace. So when he gets to the river, what's he going to bet for this sizing if he doesn't have an ace in his hand? Well, Jack 9 doesn't make much sense to have called the flop. Maybe pocket 9s, pocket jacks, but is more likely to potentially have some sort of bluff or busted draw than jacks or 9s, right? So I think it's very legitimate that Jesse's in the time bank. He can definitely be looking to pick off a bluff here. because not too many hands make sense if he expects John to bet all of his aces on the flop.
75.
I would say that in John's spot, he could potentially check ace deuce, ace four, ace five. He could even check some stronger ace occasionally. And once it goes check on the turn, he has a very clean value bet from us, whatever size he wants, I would say.
Sure, I think it all depends on how Jesse expects John to play. He does look him up. He is suspicious. Gets shown the jacks. It was the best hand. Pre-flop, flop, turn, and river. But not...
Pick 'em up.
He's gonna let that one go.
Yep.
Jesse, one of those kind of guys that sort of looks like he would probably be like a ton of loose action, but actually plays pretty solid.
Blowing up his spot right now.
As entertainment and not like
Trying to provide some, you know,
right,
perceived
because I've been on the live of the bike
tells,
stream,
or not tells,
and then
but
like
Right.
people in the shop.
know.
I mean, of course it's Twitch.
I got you.
They're like, oh, this guy.
So you've got Michael here. He is considering a call again, a loose call with
When you walk away from the
ace high. You've seen him tank in this situation twice now. I think he is taking it upon himself to potentially clear the field as the chip leader. And I think he's maybe trying to send a message to the other players at the table that he's not going to be giving up his blinds. WSOP circuit recently, so congratulations to her.
I have 0 rings.
0 rings, like
Yeah, of any kind.
you own 0 rings.
Of all kinds. Okay, a raise from Ashley, the ace queen, dominating the ace nine of Ivan, who defended his big blind.
So in cash, a lot of people check back ace highs because they do have some value, but in tournaments,
Bet 45,000.
it's a little bit different. So you'll see a lot more players c-bet them.
Okay, blinds
And that's
are
what
up.
Ashley does here
15.
with YOLO. And Ashley is sitting pretty comfortable in third there.
Philbro says, hey, you're that guy from YouTube. Must be talking about you. Need me doubling up? Michael finds yet another pair,
Raise 65,000.
bringing it up out of the cutoff, 2 8s.
$55.
Lion Man
65.
makes the call.
Defend.
Joel is not a guy I would want to get in a fight.
Got about a pot-sized bet here, and he's got a great flop.
And that's actually a flop that Michael's not going to be too worried about.
Yeah.
So we're for sure going to see some money come in on.
See a C bet.
Bet 50,000.
Yep, small C bet.
You don't have to bet as large when it's paired boards like this.
Joel gonna slow play here a little bit. Another bad card for Michael.
All in.
Joel with a stop and go play here. Leads right out for all in.
140,000.
Turn.
Looks like Joel's legs are constantly in a race, but his body is not a part of it.
I think it's gonna be tough for Michael to fold here.
I think so too, especially just being the chip leader. He's getting 3-1 on a call, and he does make the call, understandably so.
For sure. He's seen Joel do some things before.
All right, showdown.
Joel could easily be doing this with in like ace-6 or something.
Nice hand.
Still with 2 outs. Will there be an insane, crazy river? No.
Joel makes the boat.
Finds a double.
Got lucky.
There you go. See, trip C4 says, woohoo, Joel. There you go. There we go. Look at the payouts in the chat.
Raise 60,000. All in.
Jesse coming in with the raise. And Scott finds a pair to
295
jam it in there
says.
with. Ashley folds the birthday hand. Joel folds the Johnson.
Didn't know that's what it was called. Makes sense.
Yeah. Call.
Jesse calls with Queen offsuit. Wow, that's
Yeah, we're flipping.
We are flipping, Jesse.
interesting. That's
Nuts or bust. Let's go.
nearly half Jesse's stack, but
Juggle time.
it ends up being a good call as he's got 2 overs, 2 live cards.
We're off to the races here. Ooh,
Ah,
race no longer. Jesse begging for a 10.
Flips over.
That's going to do it.
yeah.
Nice hand, Scott. Thanks.
Quads.
Quad City.
It's nice to have.
Why is he allowed that much crap on the table? WTF, says J2 the Rock K2. Or J2 the Rock 2.
Raise.
I wonder
60,000.
if the other players were actually frustrated, if they could ask for like a ruling. But pretty friendly environment here at Running Up. I don't think we're going to see that. But I'm just curious as to what would happen if they were like, hey, do you mind if we get all of this guy's shit out of here?
Yeah.
26K up top. Sixth
Bullshit,
place
buddy.
pays 3,840.
That's awesome.
Jesse's in the hijack here, and he's going to get frisky with the
Raise.
10-7 of puppy feet.
65,000.
See lots of foldable hands so far. The scariest man.
He looks like he was a mystery.
Yep, I like it too. Did he tip with one of his fake chips? That would be pretty fun. I would get a chuckle out of that if he did that. Would you?
I would.
Yeah.
That's a play that should be in his repertoire. Doing this commentary is fun. I like it.
No one likes the Queen 10 offsuit. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Raise
I
60,000.
like Queen 10.
Light raise. I put him on a pair though, just like light raise. I already put it. It's like 10
Scott brings it in with the ace 10. John with 5s in the big blind.
No more. No.
I say let's see a flop.
I'd like to see one.
Got our wish.
Heads up.
2-5 still good.
No one's going to be overly ecstatic about this. Scott does have the backdoor ace-high flush draw. 2 overs, and he's got backdoor straight draw as well.
Bet 70,000.
Finally did it. It took a long time. You said you told you had faith in it. You had faith in it. And by you saw me get upset all this time. Bob, Jesse 2.0 now.
John is not going away here,
He's raising chips.
is he? Turning the 5s into a blizz-up.
Raise 225.
Wow, interesting. He raises enough to like make it pretty tough to ever fold if Scott did end up having a hand there.
He's possibly my favorite dealer in Las Vegas.
Cool.
And now she's in Reno to show her amazing dealing skills and just bring her great personality to this stream. It's pretty cool. She should deal all the final tables.
She should do everything, all
Yeah,
the tables,
yeah.
all the time.
If the cloning technology existed, we would clone Chrissy, put her at all the tables. Maybe it does exist. All right, back to poker. Jesse's got the old Queen 6 off. No one's got anything in this hand, man. Back to Chrissy, cloning her.
Check.
I keep putting my hand in broken. What are these fortune cookies?
Yeah,
Left by Finton.
so inconsiderate. Bunch of nothing here.
Checking all the way down. Will Michael take the double delay route? No, he's just going to take Jack High to showdown.
So that's 65.
See that?
Sorry,
That's a lot of money.
so much.
$65,000 in the
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What would you do with $65,000? Would you buy a Tesla?
I would throw a great party here and run it up Reno
That's a
in my
waste
hotel room.
of money.
Did you see that? I thought that was Let's go.
65,000. It's too much to spend on a party. What would you do with the other 64,000?
I'll tell you later.
I throw a party. Never mind. Never mind.
Option.
Hey, Pyrotech.
2 players.
Hey, Angry Polak. How's it going? Good to see you in the chat.
We know him.
Her.
Her? No, I guess we don't.
I know her. It's Veronica.
Ah, yeah.
Check.
Veronica from Stones.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew I recognized the name.
Check.
Top pair for Ashley. Pair of 9s for Joel. Looks like Joel's trying to take it to showdown.
It's 4 to the straight out there.
After the turn goes check. Ashley's going to feel a little bit more comfortable here.
At 35,000.
Joel
Lion Man.
could be a little suspect. Yeah.
Call. Showdown.
Suspicious.
1 pair.
I meant to say.
Yeah. Ashley wins it. She wins it with the top per.
Good bet. Good bet there on the river.
That is nice thin. These ducks.
Call.
Jesse with the limp. Michael with the check. Maybe. Told you.
Check.
Yep. You think if Michael had been on a roll, you think you might have seen a raise there?
It's possible.
This looks like a fun sit and go waiting to happen.
Both players with a piece. Jesse with an over and a gutter to the nuts.
No, this
Michael
is
with
great.
bottom pair. Surprised Jesse didn't lead out there.
Bet. 40,000.
Michael has an interesting hand where he has bottom pair, and he bets it. So he has equity, but it's hard to tell if that's a value bet or if that is.
Michael's happy to see 100% or any percent fold in that spot.
Yeah. Jesse picks up the flush draw.
Yep.
Does not get there.
Doesn't improve, so what's Jesse going to do now? Jack high.
If Jesse leads here, do you think there's a chance he can take it down?
I think there's a chance.
Yeah, there's 4 to the straight out there. The flush draw gets there.
I mean, you're in pretty close to the bottom of your range here. Jesse's going to do his best to try and win this hand.
I mean, Michael really only beats a hand like 8-10, Jack 8. Maybe Jesse floats him with a few other hands, just high cards, I guess, on the flop.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse could float here on that flop with some ace high hands, turn him into a bluff. Maybe even some king high hands. All that going through Michael's head. Can he find the
one way or the other? And he's reaching for chips. Jesse's not happy.
Does it? Finds the call.
Jesse turns over the Jack 8 offsuit with confidence.
Wow.
It doesn't change the cards, unfortunately, for him.
Great call.
And that might be kind of a little bit of a momentum. Same game for a while. I got moved to the main game. And there's an interesting cast of characters, but we'll get back to this tournament here. We got Michael opening to 75,000, and Jesse defends in the big blind, and that's a good flop for Jesse. He's got middle pair, and he's got the open-ended straight draw. We'll see if Michael puts some pressure on Jesse here.
Looks like he's going to go for it.
Bet 90,000.
It's going to be a bet fold. Jesse decides to go on, get all the chips in the middle. 475K in his stack with 285 in the middle.
All in.
Yeah, snap fold.
Quick fold.
I don't know if that's
You're
true.
putting too much on our plate.
Yeah. NorCal, I'm from there. What's up?
65,000.
Montreal. Andrew and I did a meetup game there last April.
Melbourne.
That was pretty cool.
Trip C4. I want to try and get there for Aussie Millions this coming year. Oh, see, it's rolling in. Minneapolis, I've never been there. Ontario, I have been there multiple times. Used to go there for adult beverages when I was only 19.
Cape Town. Cape Town.
Cape Town, I've been there. Beautiful.
Where's Boosie from in South Africa? She's from
Joburg, Johannesburg.
Okay.
But Cape Town wine country, fantastic.
We're going to have to do maybe a meetup game in Cape Town. You did kind of a thing like that, right? You played poker and invited the
See
viewers.
what happens here. Ashley makes the call here.
Raise.
Oh, she 3 bets.
3 bet.
This is the first 3-bet bluff that we've seen from Ashley. And she knows that Jesse is going to have a wide range when he opens from the cutoff. And I think that she's going to get this one through.
I would imagine so, unless Jesse can somehow put all this together. But Ashley hasn't gotten out of line at all.
Now that she's got some chips to play with, we might see her making a few more moves.
I'm so serious. I told myself not to do this.
It has been
That folds. Go ahead, I
pointed
got too
out that
serious.
it's not
Good bet, good
that
bet.
big of a 3-bet. Played some 5, 10, 20.
Did you beat him up?
I did. I got him good.
Got him.
Well, let's
Watch
see.
out.
I got him good at one place, and then I broke even at the other.
Okay, Jesse right back on the horse here with
65,000.
7s.
Ashley's got King 10 suited here in the small blind. This is an interesting spot for King 10 suited.
Checking out Joel's stack. So many different options here available. I think we saw it flat.
Joel
It's going to bring it in.
hates to fold.
It's getting good odds with that
Before
40.
was.
Ashley being, I'm sorry.
He
I forgot your
loves
name.
those offsuit
Any
small
hand can flop
connectors.
quads. Any
Come
hand.
on, Joel.
Freeway action.
Quads.
Wow, Jesse flops a set.
Check, check.
Joel has got a gutter, and Ashley's got top pair, so everyone has a piece. This is going to be an interesting hand.
Bet 50,000.
Jesse bets less than a quarter of the pot. Let's see how Ashley responds. She's not going to want to see quite a few cards on the turn. She has to be feeling like this is a bit of a fishy bet from Jesse.
Well, I don't see how she can just fold here. So that leaves
Raise.
a big raise.
700,000.
Wow, this
There.
is,
That's going to commit. That covers Jesse's stack.
I mean, and Ashley has 1% equity,
All right,
so
Jesse. Let's see what happens.
barring some kind of miracle, Jesse's going to get the double up,
that's an
and it's not going to be close.
She's got 1%.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have
I'm just going to
700,000?
make sure because
She's going to need to see a 10 or a king here on the turn.
375.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I'll
just
make
a
sure.
pretty unfortunate spot for Ashley there. It's just such a small bet, and, you know, you figure to be ahead.
Yeah. Nope.
That does it. Jesse makes the boat. And
Okay,
he gets a
4,
huge double up.
5.
That's going to shift things around. Jesse's gone from being the
600,000
shortest stack at the
straight.
table
2, 3,
to
4,
now
5,
having
6.
1.4 million, and that's going to put him in second place.
I see him back there.
Kmart is in the house, sweating this final table as well.
We'll
Jesse Sylvia is in the house as Ashley's #1 supporter.
We'll get a shot of the room here in a second. Jesse's going
Hey,
to put some chips to
65,000.
work, put this ace-jack offsuit to work. Michael, no. Ooh, Scott, yes.
We're going to see a shove.
Yeah, Jesse's going to be tasked with a call here. Short stack. I don't think he's going to love it, but I think he might have to call. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think so too.
Quick count.
345.
I mean, it's only 11 and a half big
Call.
blinds, so. And Jesse is one of the chip leaders. He does make the call, and he
All right,
is
well,
not
we got
too
him all
happy.
in. Well, he's all in, but It's a big pot
28%. I wonder if there was a jack in the muck,
About queens and jacks.
or,
Good luck, buddy. Jack.
or pardon me,
There's a
Yeah.
queen.
He does pick up the open in his straight jaw.
Let's keep it interesting.
Jesse's gonna need a king or an 8.
Nice.
yet another double up.
3-4-3 what?
Get it in short, man. That's all you gotta do.
That was
The secrets to the secret to success. Get it in. Sounds just like Kevin.
That would be my man,
Raise 75.
Andrew Nemi. He is the
Kevin wannabe.
Kevin Martin voiceover doppelganger.
Okay.
He bagged first day too, didn't he?
Yeah.
One bullet.
One bullet miracle.
I guess I'll have to hear Kevin do some commentary. I haven't heard him do commentary. Do you guys have similar speech patterns as well? Is that part of it?
Good luck, buddy.
I don't think so. The Recruiter One wants to know if there's a schedule of events. Yeah, if you want to head up to runitupreno.com, you'll find all the info that your heart desires.
Andrew and I are going to be here all week. We're going to be firing as soon as we get some of these vlogs out. And we do have the meetup game tomorrow at 6 p.m. So if you want to stop by the Pepper Mill in the
75,000.
cash game area, we'll be playing some 3-5 and I believe some 2-3.
Yeah.
So we'll have a lot of tables going and it'll be a good time.
Mix of stakes.
Chance to get on the vlogs as well. If that's something you're interested in. Maybe it's not.
Could very well not.
If it's not, we'll make sure to blur out your face.
Seems like John suspects something,
I suspect something.
but he doesn't have anything, so that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I think you're blood.
Okay,
Let's
with
have
the
all the
big
chips.
blind,
Raise.
50K
Hey, thank you,
Annie.
Jack.
115,000.
115, you said?
Yes, sir. Raise.
Raise and a shove. We're going to have to see what Scott has.
Got a good hand?
300.
Snap
It's a
call.
flip. We're
65,000.
flipping for our chips, guys.
It's like a
We're
pair.
flipping. We're flipping.
Call.
We've been flipping all day.
Nice hand,
Tens.
Me and him, thank you. Yeah, the short stack's gonna win this.
Tens versus King Jack.
We haven't lost all day.
I had a lot of fun. This is a good time. Whenever happens,
Player at
happens.
risk. The man with the
five.
ducks.
Let's go.
And the hat.
Good fun.
And the coat.
Oh, that's not a paint
No
card.
help for Jesse so far.
We need that
6
paint
outs,
to
all of them
run
live,
in.
but
We
only 2
just
cards to come.
paint. Paint. Come on. I saw you paint those drawers. I saw you paint those drawers. Come on. I saw you paint. Come on.
16%, or
Paint.
we're going to lose Jesse.
Ah.
We have lost him.
Good game, John.
Good play, Scott.
Good
Hey,
run,
guys.
Jesse Caps.
No,
You're
no,
a
no, no, no,
character.
no, no, no. Run it up. Yeah, keep it till the win.